does your data, your test data, reflect production data? Maybe Francis, maybe it's interesting to hear your opinion about this, because for your in the testing environment, this is of course a relevant question. Does your test data reflect the production data?
It's always hard. It's always hard because you're always getting well. Your test, if you run a test, you always have to check out the results, right? And those results are always reflected in data. So are you able to check out the outcome of data which is not production? If you run the same test in prod, you will see an end result, and those results you can compare with in a test environment, right? So that's, I think, hard to deal with for some testers. On the other hand, you actually, if you use data which is reflecting production data, you can run the test over and over and over again, right? You are fully in control as a tester of the test data, because as you just learned, if you as a tester, well, I will not do it, but if you put in like a USB stick in your laptop, download all your test data, which is production data, bring it home with you, then you immediately have a leak. If you do it with synthetic data, it's yours. You can do whatever you want. And that's interesting. Yeah. So if you're not happy about it, then you have to check out, okay, what is your purpose? What is the purpose of your test, right? It can also be that you want to do a lot with your test data, which can be done with prod, which cannot be done by synthetic data or created data by yourself, right? Yeah. That's actually a question that, of course, you can answer in several ways. You can or fix it, trying to make it more predictable, for example, or you can say, hey, this is such a low risk in this case, we will just accept it, right? Or it is a huge problem, we have to eventually test it in production maybe, right? That can also be an issue. So if you're not happy about your test data, then I think you're not happy about your testing, actually, and then you have to do something about it. Or you change your strategy, so do something else, or you will fix it. Yeah. And I'm always, if you look, for example, right, because we're talking about synthetic data, and we're talking about the products that you have, Wim Kees. Well, I love the idea of having my own data, and that I don't have to bother about laws and GDPR. And I love to share data within my company, and even maybe with people outside of my company, outside of the organization that I'm working with. Because I also, that's the other thing, right? If you do testing, and you do, for example, end-to-end testing or between organizations, maybe you also have to exchange test data to another company. You cannot do that with production data. That's totally, that's creepy. So there you need actually synthetic data. And if that's reflecting more or less a trustful production situation, right? Not the actual production situation, but the trustful, but if it reflects a trustful production situation, I think then everybody will be happy. But you will not have the 100% trustfulness of your production data, but you're 95%, or maybe you're 99%, right? And I think that's what we have to strive for.